Matchday 26, Ridge County 0. Hyrule Wanderers, controlled by a cheating bastard in game program that Konami don't give a shit about fixing, and it looks like it's going to be in 2017 because they're such cheapskates and they won't do an AI difficulty right. They've ripped everybody off with this broken sodding program, and the game and they're laughing all the way to the bank because people have bought it on the basis of 9 and 9.5 out of 10 by reviewers who couldn't review anything honestly if they tried. Nil. Castle Villa 4, Sparta United 0. Riften United 0. Oakville Wanderers 4. Canlave City 3, Mute City 1. Donsai United 3, Soul City 0. Raccoon City 1, Seacrest County 0. Viridian Forest 2, Tellius Rovers 2. Port Town 2, Casardis Town 0. Pallet Town 3, Arclay Rovers 1. Barstone Albion 0, PES United 0. I am really fucked off with PES at the minute. The other day when I did the match before this one, I'd been playing my PLA League playthrough, and I used the same settings as this one. Top player, 10 minutes, full manual pass. And the PLA League is, similar to the PEU League, except that it's just supposed to be set in South America. It's a fake South American team. And I built a side with Argentinian players and just 4 foreigners after seeing another YouTube playthrough a bit like that. And my team won the league. And the next season, this season, they didn't win it in the first season. I built the side. I wheeled and dealed, much like I do, and I built a side and we won the league. And the next season, we were in the Copa Libertador, I think they call it, something like that. We were doing really well in that. We were doing really well in the PLA Cup, and we were doing really well in the league. It split into 2 halves of the season, and we finished top in the first half. So we were in all 3 competitions doing really well. And some of the matches that it gave me, a lot of matches that it gave me, were of the type where when you passed it back to the goalkeeper, the opposition players wouldn't move. But when you got to a certain section of the pitch, they just kicked the absolute shit out of my team. It was really unenjoyable. I had over 10 matches back-to-back like it. I'm not kidding you. We got to the PLA Cup final, and we were 4-2 up, and the game was just full of cheating and kicking through my players and all that. It was really unenjoyable, and in fact the PLA League Cup final was one of those games where when I passed it back to my goalkeeper, the opposition didn't move. It was one of those. And when they scored their 3rd goal, it was a joke. They were inside my penalty area. My player was hit by an invisible force field, paralysed, disabled from me controlling it, and the game he was standing. If their player wanted to pass to the player in front of goal, my player was standing in that line blocking the pass, and the game moved him a couple of steps to his left, to the opposition player's right, a couple of steps to the side, so that the AI could pass the ball to its own player, and I couldn't control my player by this. He was still in his paralysed state after being twatted by an invisible force field. It was a fucking joke, and it gave them a 3rd goal in injury time right near the end of the game to try and make it exciting. It was a joke. And the PLA Cup, not PLA Cup, that was the PLA Cup final. The Copa final was a similar thing. you know, the whole experience ended up being really unenjoyable to play in later stages because there was so much fucking cheating, and that's why in the last match I was a bit, you know what I mean. I really tried hard to be bright and cheerful when we first started playing our PEU league match, but the whole experience of that PLA league playing that I'd been doing. I mean, in the end, we won the league again, we won the PLA Cup, and we won the Copa Libertadores. So we won 3 trophies. But the process of getting there was so unenjoyable and so cheat infested and so fucked up. I've got a really sour taste in my mouth of this game at the minute. And it's really disappointing, you know. But anyway, that's the table. I don't really know what to say about that. I'm really pissed off. This is a report on the development of your players. Filterzinho is improving dramatically at the moment. Exclamation mark. Finishing has increased to 68. Exclamation mark. Swerve has increased to 65. Exclamation mark. Oh, the exclamation marks are back. I've missed my exclamation marks. H. Stankovic's defensive skills are well known, and he can really make life easier for the team by marking an opposition player and taking them out of the game. Well, he can when the AI doesn't move into the touchline or something. What? Actually, it seems he's working on his man marking in training right now. Oh, so does that mean that the AI won't move him around the pitch when it desires just to get a goal? 12,948,540 parliaments in the kitty. Filterzinho has been looking really good. I think he combed his hair, and I think he's got that, you know, one of those lovely shirts on, you know, a silk shirt. And I think he polished his shoes. Yeah, really good. A bit more playing time, maybe all he needs to make that breakthrough. Right. Thanks for that. Oh, you're welcome. So it looks like Onana will be in goal. Lammers is really up for the game. Stankovic is slightly up for the game. Bullen's on a blue. Cervera's just normal condition. Leicester's a bit tired. Requena's really up for the match. Buckler's just alright, as is Cruz and Busto. So, you know, decent selection to pick from again for the match, which doesn't seem that too long away from the cheat match that we just played. Obviously, negotiations, we've still got our bid down for Mackenzie and waiting on info from that. Where are Castle Villa in the table? Let's have a look at them. They're 4th. So another match with potentially lots of cheating because apparently it could be a tough game. Yeah, well. Right. I shall see you for the Castle Villa match. But I have to tell you, I'm not having a good time on this with the cheating. You know, it's so rampant, so rife. And that's, I'll go back to my other point. You know, I've watched other players with their playthroughs on YouTube, and I don't know how they're not mentioning it. I'm getting it in every single game, multiple times in a match, in every single match. How are they not talking about it? How is it not being shown? You know, I'm going to save this. I'm going to do another little chat because I don't want this to go over time. I'll see you in a bit.